Let us continue. The limo driver begins to drive you down. The rain began to calm down. Another day in Seattle, the wet evening. Still early. You've only been out until only at 11 o'clock. The driver leans back, half open, tinted window. Can I take you guys anywhere else, or are we retiring for the evening?
I'm gonna look to Acer. Do you want to look for a new haven right now?
We can do that online. The less we stay out in the open, the better. However, I do have a stop to make, and it requires some breaking and entering of the stealthy kind.
Okay, speaking my language, but what are we doing?
Well, it was clear that we have a place to stay, but we don't have access to a herd anymore. And I need blood bags in order to actually make my abilities. I can't just turn them off and on like you full bloods.
Just a medical facility of some kind?
Any medical facility. We could probably hit up a small one. I can go online and see who recently did some blood drives, get some fresh bags.
Wasn't your sister in the hospital? Couldn't you have grabbed some blood bags before you left there?
Oh, no. That was too big. Two, too many people. And three, the front office knew my face, wouldn't let me in.
Why wouldn't they let you in? What? What am I missing? Did something else happen in the week?
I went to go visit my sister.
Well, yeah, I knew that. You said you were going to go do that.
Yeah, and I was not on the visitors list.
Oh.
Yeah. It seems my decisions to this point have been slowly and steadily alienating absolutely everything I am trying to protect. So,
I mean, in a way, that's kind of a good thing, right? Okay, what? You did not.
I wasn't on the list, so I climbed up 4 stories.
Acer Zoran!
Your brother was there.
Oh.
He does not like me.
Okay, you talked to him?
Barely. It was more, I talked to my sister, and he threatened basically never be near her again, or he would step in. He's very protective.
Seems to run in the family.
So yeah, that was fun.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm sorry, but do you have an idea for a hospital or something? Because the driver's just kind of staring at us.
At this point, he's rolled the window back up and is completely oblivious. Guys, allow you guys privacy.
Okay, well, then the driver's waiting on us.
I'm just gonna go on my phone and just quickly search up like a small hospital.
Okay.
A place where it's small, so it wouldn't have that much security.
Okay. I'll say between your basic stats, you don't need to roll for this.
Is there somewhere you used to get blood before you met us?
Well, before I met you, it was more just tricking shipment manifestos to dropping off a box here and there that just happened to be lost.
Can't you do that again? I mean, I guess we need an address first.
Yeah. Without a haven, I can't exactly just drop off a random box of blood just anywhere. And the shipment wouldn't be delivered till a week from now, and the party is, in 2 days. Yeah. So kind of need them now.
Oh, luckily, as you're pulling up your phone, as usual, this time of night, most hospitals and most medical centers are closed. So that's an upside. But the nearest one that would be a relatively small one would be Virginia Mason.
Okay, so I will go ahead and let the driver know to pretty much go in with that address.
He gives a small grunt of acknowledgement for the window back up.
Look, not exactly sure how I should say this, seeing as how it involves your brother. He proposed. Another thing she decided to keep from me.
Okay.
But, yeah, I figured, if it was gonna happen, even though he thinks you're dead, might as well just throw on a hat or a hood or something. Join in from afar.
I don't even know if I could do that.
Just an option.
Did he seem like he was doing okay? Like, did he seem at least happy about it, or?
Only when I'm not there.
Okay. I'll let that digest. Wow.
Yeah. I'm, pretty shitty brother. According to 2 of my siblings now.
I think he would say I'm a pretty shitty sister, so welcome to the club. Shitty siblings.
Well, at least you're dead.
Thanks.
I mean, can't really offend him any more than, being in a grave.
Yeah, all the more reason to try and stay out of sight.
Just saying, might be worthwhile to at least support him from afar. And if you don't want to be there in person, hey, technology is my thing.
Yeah. Seems like everybody's moving on with their life, so it's good.
Speaking of which, have you reconsidered about coming with me on the boat? I really need you.
The bodyguard thing?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Thing.
Because I can only put up with so much of Annabelle's shit. Like, really.
Yeah, you're not going to be the one attached to her arm. Yeah.
I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't have laughed, actually.
Yeah, I bet you find it funny.
I'm just surprised that she would even be okay being seen with a thin blood on her arm.
Same.
Like, why?
I don't know. I was under the impression that everyone hated me.
I mean, they probably still do. This is kindred society and politics we're talking about.
So let's put our thinking caps on. Thin bloods are universally hated. One thin blood happens to be very lucky in finding himself a great team that, made some meaningful contributions. And although now he has accidentally fallen into a position of power, he is still hated. And she wants to be around that?
You do make a point, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, what's her goal?
Thin bloods are hated. And you now have a voice for them. Have you even talked to any thin bloods?
I was trying to, not die
besides
this entire time.
The one that you killed. Yeah, you're not off to a great start with thin bloods, actually.
I'm not. I think the only interaction I've had was Flyboy, and haven't really gotten to put those plans into motion yet.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to contact him for something. Anyway, not the point. First, hospital, because obviously you need blood.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do too, but I'm I'll be okay for the time being.
You're not going to get it from me.
And this boat thing.
Yeah, that's why, again, just be around. If she starts to get too close, shoot my head, clean off, ash my ass.
Do you hear yourself sometimes?
All the time.
Uh-huh. All right, fine. Can be exciting.
All right, excellent. Don't worry, I'll leave it in my will that I wanted it to happen. What?
There's indeed a bit of awkward silence as you dive deeper into the course. The driver does pull in. Parks up towards the back end. I'll wait here. Do you need my number, Miss?
Actually, yes, that would be great. Thank you.
He slowly puts his hand.
And I will slide him my phone, already unlocked and on the contacts page.
There's some button click quick before I say back.
Thank you.
I know Sierra likes to call me Jives.
Marcus.
Yes.
Why does she call you Jives?
She goes, all of her male help Jives, and all of her female help Sarah. I guess easier to remember that way.
Seems a little odd, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with Marcus.
Thank you. Anyway, I will be waiting here. Call me if you need me. As you can see, as he begins to roll the rest of it, he pulls out a small book and he begins to read.
I'll step out of the car.
And I will follow along.
It's a narrow fit because he does park in front inside of an alleyway. Probably why he didn't open the doors for you. But nonetheless, you are out on the streets.
All right. I think there's a back way over on this side, and I'm just going to go that way, try and find a back entrance.
No worries. You guys make your way through the back end of the streets. Eventually you do come up against what appears to be a rather two-story sized building. Not necessarily the biggest one in the world, but it is the Virginia Mason Medical Center that currently the lighting is turned off in the front. There's a little bit of lighting left up in the lobbyways for security's sake. Seems you don't see anybody as you walk around the back way. There is a set of large double doors right next to what appears to be a small loading area that would be used for probably depositing goods or supplies as needed for the facility. There is a back way.
All right, cool. So, what's your plan? You're the stealthy, sneaky person. How do we get inside with no noise?
I've already got Shadow Cloak activated. That's the thing. I don't know how to teach you to be quiet. I only know how to keep myself quiet.
Okay, I'll be lookout. You just go in, grab 2 or 3 butt bags, doesn't matter which ones, and then just bring them out.
Yo, you don't have a preference?
No.
And I will see if I can try and find a way inside.
Well, from back here, taking the obvious check, you give a small press on the door. It is locked, as there's additionally no handle that would allow you to open it from the outside. Kind of like one of those old kitchen doors where you can go out that door, but you can't really go back in the same way.
Any windows?
Unless you're going in the front, no. Or you want to try to scale the building, as there is windows up on the second level.
And give you a boost.
I mean, yeah, if he helps give me a boost, would that work?
You can certainly try.
Okay, you can certainly try. Let's go.
All right. I'll say for this, I'll just give you a +1 for this one. This is going to be a dexterity and athletics. Try to see if you can scale the side of the building, as there are some alcoves you can use for very tight finger holds. It can be a little more tricky, but he does give you a bit of a boost, so I'll give you a +1 to that.
Dexterity and athletics. Can I also add fleetness?
The dexterity base, so yes.
Sweet.
Does that take a browse check? Just double check.
Let me double check. I have it in my notes.
It does, so it will require a browse check.
It's a level 2, so
it is.
I get my reroll if it's not, so it's fine. And that's a fail. I would like to take my reroll, please.
Go for it.
And success, yay. A lot better.
There you go.
I've got 1 success, but I've also got a skull. does that count as bestial? Or
If you fail, it would.
Oh, fuck.
Which means either try and succeed, or some shit's going down.
Well, I did just wake up from freaking torpor, so I mean,
You have blood die right there if you don't want to risk.
Let's turn it into a messy
Rousing.
critical. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah, messy crit.
I can tell you for sure right now, one success is not enough.
yeah, I kind of figured. Even if I do willpower, that's only gonna have one dice to reroll. I don't think there's any way out of that unless I take blood die.
Because see, if you fail, the worst thing that happens is you're just gonna fall on me. Bestial failure, however, then we can have some fun.
God, I don't want to pull from the blood dice. Okay.
Do it. Wait. Do it. Do it.
I'll pull 2 from the blood die.
Atta girl, let's make it into a messy crit.
All right, you pulled 2.
Better not. I can't do that.
I'm gonna laugh if it does.
So I did get a crit and then a success.
Did you get 2 critical dice or just 1?
Just one critical and then 1 regular.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You got 1 super onk and 2 regular onks.
So
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
successes.
Making sure.
So 3 successes. Let's ignore all the skulls, please.
3 successes. Successes is just enough.
Oh my God. That was a mess. I'm sorry, guys.
I was joking, you redheaded psychopath.
Well, luckily, Crescent, you've been a little rusty. Being dead for a week does that to you, but as Acer gives you a boost, you, Acer, feel a momentary sense of fear. As soon as you give her a lift, she, in full force, rockets off the leverage you provide her so hard it actually throws you off your feet for a moment, thinking, oh shit, I gave her a bad run. Turns out, no, she just pushed a lot harder on you than you had strength to actually accomplish. As you slip out from underneath her, she almost goes straight up, weightless as a bird, and she, right on the balls of her feet, balances on maybe an inch of a windowsill, just balancing and slowly crouching herself down as if almost suspended in midair, almost at least only a quarter of her front of her foot, actually holding onto the ledge, maintaining balance as she leans into a window on the second floor.
And I will try and make my way in as quietly as I can.
Okay, as you give a tug on the window, it is locked. It's a sideways slider. So how do you want to get through this?
I have a gun. I can
Right.
do it with the butt of a gun.
You want to break the window in?
It's gonna set off an alarm. I'm gonna look down to Acer and be like, "Hey, the window is locked."
Yeah, can't you? I thought you were good at it, B&E.
I don't exactly have a lock picking kit on me.
You got nails. Do that thing in the detective movies where you, like, carve out a section of the window and just kind of open it.
You talking about like in cartoons?
Yeah.
Acer, that's a cartoon.
And we're vampires. Werewolves exist.
Okay, fine, fair point. But
Acer, take
Hey,
one.
if
Take
I-
one forward to your next roll. That made me laugh.
I couldn't keep it together.
okay, you can do the hacky thing, right?
It's a manual lock.
No. I'm saying that if I break this and an alarm goes off, can you do something about it? I mean, I guess we could have gone in through the front at that point.
We might as well go through the front at that point.
I just
I'd
got
have to
up
get
here.
I'd have to get to the system in order to do anything, which means I need to be with you up there.
Gonna look at the window, look down at Acer. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
This is going great so far.
Yeah, this is great. This is what happens when our coterie leaves us.
It wasn't my fault. I wish I could throw acid blood, but it's not how it works.
I don't have that ability, no. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna break it.
You gonna break
I'm
it?
just gonna take the butt. I'm gonna take the butt of my gun and just break it.
All right, give me a strength plus melee.
I am over this. I feel like, like God's just looking at us, going, these numbskulls.
Dude, Marcus over there, like, fucking
Just-
idiots.
You said strength and...
Strength and melee.
Strength and melee, gotcha.
And just because I know this is going to happen, whether it actually trips or it's a silent alarm, how long do we have before, let's say, local police pop up?
You don't
What's
know.
the general time?
You know what? Give me an intelligence plus streetwise.
See how close the police station is. It's 2
Yeah, that's-
successes, by the way.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I'm going for. All right.
I'll say either streetwise or subterfuge is going to be your best bet.
Can I make it tech if I use Google Maps?
I mean,
Literally just looking for a police station so I could just calculate the time between point A and point B.
I'll make it intelligence and tech. I'll allow it.
I'm down.
It's a weird
And then-
that's a weird roll, so I'll allow it.
+1.
This is a weird situation.
I say this is a very humbling situation. This is what most kindred deal with when you don't have a bunch of people going, I want 5 herd, I want 5 resources, I want a big ass fucking haven.
I got 5 successes.
5 successes. Doing the math, if there were suddenly police called out to check on this place and let's say a general breaking and entering, kind of doing the math, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. So
Depends how fast
First
they
off-
drive.
first off, you succeed in shattering the window.
Well, funny thing about that, because as soon as you look at the phone, you're going, that takes about 5 minutes. You feel like glass just kind of come down on top of you as Crescent just hauled off and busted the window inside.
Damn it! 5 minutes! Maximum! Go, go, go!
I'm already gone.
And inside. So, in this moment,
This was a
Acer, what are you
mistake.
doing?
I'm gonna go around the corner and just kind of keep an eye out to see if there's any sirens coming.
Okay. Well, just then we'll have you waiting there until you say otherwise. But for now, Crescent, you shatter the glass in. Being mindful to cut yourself, you slip on inside, and then you realize, all right, fortitude, and you just crunch right past it, stepping inside into the building. It's very dimly lit. Only small little bits of light that come from the ceiling phosphorescence every now and then. And it's very long hallway, what could only be assumed as offices, maybe medical rooms. You have no idea how many people might still be in this building or not. As of right now, it's empty.
Do I hear anybody? Any shuffling, any movement, breath?
Give me a wits and awareness.
So tired of these freaking skulls, but that is still 4 successes.
4 successes. Hunger's a problem you gotta be watching out for. 4
I
successes.
don't like it. I'm getting a lot of skulls.
4 successes. You listen as you quietly sit down onto the cold floor. You hear the sound of boots on tile beneath you. 1, 2, 2. You hear two sets, and they are moving towards the sound that you just made.
Are there any blinds or curtains?
On this section, no.
Okay.
Currently in front of you,
Okay.
there is a hallway that goes straight down towards you, and then it also intersects to the left. You guys came up on a corner of the space.
Okay, and Acer said it would be downstairs, I believe.
That's what he told you.
Okay, then I will quietly make my way down there. Maybe some rapid reflexes to help me. I don't know.
Moving quickly, if you just take off towards the left away from the sounds, go ahead and just give me a general dex plus stealth.
Oh, that's a lot of dice. I like that. 1, 2, 5.
5 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You crouch down low, slide against the wall, blending into the shadows, letting that natural oblivion give a slight darkened overtone to your body as you begin to slip away very quietly, not moving quickly, not to make any noise. As you round about the corner, you're just in time to hear as those footsteps get louder up towards the window. You hear, I don't know, look like someone busted this fucking window in. Make someone come in, dude? Not for the fucking second story. You sure about that? It's like a rock or something around? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, let's make another set of rounds just in case. You never know. As you begin moving your way down the hallway, you begin passing multiple different sections of rooms. You see various office names, etc. But as you come around this large looped hallway, it seems this entire upper story connects into one large section. You can hear that our footsteps have moved behind you, and peeking around the corner, you can see a man has just begun moving down the stairs. He appears to be wearing just dark black button-up shirt, uniform vest. He's got a small black hat on, and he's wielding a flashlight, scanning back and forth. As he begins to move his way down the stairs, the sounds behind you getting louder. Every now and then there's a pause. You hear the jingling of a door. Seems like they're sweeping the building.
Can I try my best to maintain out of sight and still make my way towards downstairs?
Currently, the situation around you...
That's all I can do.
Currently, the situation, this is a very just open hallway. While yes, you're using the cover of darkness to hide your perception, there's no real alcove to be seen unless you want to try maybe bust open one of these doors to get into a different room.
Okay, now I really need a fucking lockpicking kit.
Buy your red and black one.
This was supposed to be quick, Ace.
It's a rogue. Shut up.
Alright, I guess I'm breaking one of the doors in.
Okay. Trying to buy your time as one of the guards begin to make his way down the steps. You lean over, check a few doors nearby. Fuck, they're office doors. They're all locked. So, go ahead and give me strength athletics.
3 successes.
3.
It's only 3 dice. Cool.
That was not very quiet, but the knob does jolt and turn as just the overall strength just snaps. The mechanism inside as the door does lean open. That lock is broken, but the door is open. You do hear the sound of, huh? What was that?
Of course.
You can see a bit of the light coming around the corner from behind you as those footsteps begin moving.
Yeah, definitely going into the room, hiding behind the door, and I'm a lot stronger than a person, so you know what? I will hold the door shut. Kind of fake that it's locked.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
Hold onto the knob. I don't know.
We'll see how that goes. So, which
means it's going to go bad.
You slip your way inside the room, quietly closing the door behind you. You look around the room. It's a small office space. It appears to be maybe a consultation office or somewhere to sit down and do paperwork of some kind. Probably a doctor's office of some kind. Maybe an attendee. It's hard to say. There's a small desk and some bookshelves with what appear to be some medical books, a few small fake plants, and a sitting area for somebody to sit in front of the desk if need be. You close the door and hold it closed as those footsteps continue to get louder and louder. Okay. That light you can see crease underneath the door as you just lean over and hold the doorknob. Louder. You hear the footsteps come in front of your door. You feel that knob begin to jiggle. Go ahead for this. This is gonna be a strength but subterfuge. My reasoning. You've broken this lock. The way locks work is that means the internal mechanism of the door is broken. Your trick is to keep that door still, but not make it look like it's being held.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes.
I've only got 3 dice for that, so.
Okay. You feel the door begin to jiggle, and you quickly grab on it. You brace yourself into the door, holding it shut as if it's locked. Give it a little bit of give, just enough to make it feel like the door has a little bit of wiggle, but it's not rock solid. You're quiet. Luckily, you don't breathe. You still feel that tension of don't be caught. No one can see that you're here. That could be a masquerade breach just waiting to happen. That's the last thing you need to deal with after just becoming deputy. Footsteps begin walking. They disappear down the corner. You look and see the light moves on.
I'll probably give it a few moments, see if I can hear anything. And then if the coast is definitely clear, I'll try and make my way out.
You peek your head out the door, looking left and right. No lights. Those footsteps sound a bit farther away. Okay, cool. Alright. Coast's clear for now as you begin to slink along the side of the wall, gently closing the door behind you as you begin to make your way down the stairs, peeking over the railing. You catch just the tail end of one of those security guards as he rounds the corner to the right. You hear the other set of footsteps faintly off towards the left in a different direction. They seem to be walking away from you for now. As you peek around the corner left and right, trying your best to remain hidden, it seems this downstairs area is much more patient-orientated. You can see a bit more light down here as small bits of light open from examination rooms. You can see, looks like maybe an administration or office area not too far away that would be used for incoming patients. You hear the sound of a little janitor's cart somewhere in the building, not too far away. Probably custodian.
Where do I hear the most noise again?
The sounds of the most noise? Slight footsteps, breathing, heartbeats, the small pushing of cart and the jingling of supplies. Sounds like more noise is coming from the right.
Okay, I will go left then.
Easy enough. You begin to move your way towards the left side. This area gets a little bit more packed, moving away from the front of the building in the sense, moving back towards where you broke in initially. You can hear the footsteps of the security guard to the left, moving a little fainter as you move towards this direction, and you can see why. As you turn the corner to the left, you can see this section of the building has a lot of cross hallways. Different rooms of examination spaces, different multi-purpose rooms are down here. It's probably most likely there will be some kind of storage facility here, but you gotta find the right room.
Okay, are the rooms labeled at all?
They are.
Okay, I will start looking for some sort of storage room then.
Alright, go and give me a wits and awareness.
Okay.
See if you're able to find it faster than a guard can find you.
Huh?
I was going to say, at this point, Acer, you're starting to hear the distant sounds of sirens.
Oh, shit. 5 successes. Crit.
Regular crit or messy?
Wait, no. 4 and 2. 6. I can count. Math.
Is it a messy crit, though?
Nope.
Good.
Question.
Yes.
Looking around, do I see any stores, like across the street, down the way, any place that might contain some drinks?
Like alcohol?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Maybe a nearby 7-Eleven where they have like a beer or something, like something 24 hours that is open.
Like a local convenience store? Yeah, I say that's easy enough. You could probably look down and see maybe about a block down the road.
Okay, I am going to sprint over there and I'm going to grab the heaviest alcohol they have.
Okay, you fly into this, let's just say, for better purposes, 7-Eleven. The doors just swing open, the phosphorescent come down. You hear a man goes, "Hi, welcome in." "Oh, okay, yeah, drinks in the corner, buddy." As you glance over to see this really thin, lean, lanky teenager, greasy face, messy long hair pulled back behind a small hat that he's working on with the 7-Eleven uniform. Gives you a small awkward wave as you blow past him towards the back area. They've got wines. There is IPAs, beer. Definitely here. Corona. You ask any name for it. While nothing is like super hard, there is liquor here.
Okay. Beer sounds reasonable. I'll grab the hardest beer they have.
Okay.
And just pay for it. Just be like, "Got it, thanks." And then I'm going to run back to the hospital.
It takes you a minute as the boy does need to have to scan it. You guys tap your foot impatiently as he takes your payment, slides it through. All the while, the sirens are getting a little louder. Every minute goes by. It takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes to finally just get you through and rung up before you finally begin sprinting back down. Those sirens getting louder.
Okay, and I am going to sit down in front of the hospital doors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the beer. I'm just going to give it a good shake. I'm going to open it and kind of spray it all over myself.
It smells horrible and it's sticky.
Oh, right, the breathalyzer shit. It's gross. Okay. I'm just going to wait.
So do you actually try to drink the beer, or do you just swish it around your mouth?
I just swish it around my mouth, just like, spit it out. That should do it. Pretend I'm a drunkard.
Okay.
Mess up my hair a little bit.
Well, you are now coated in sticky beer, so that should not be too hard, as being to stick them in a weird place and you slump around. Let's go manipulation and subterfuge to see if you can pull off this act.
I don't have any. I think I can only roll one. Hold on. I actually have 2 in subterfuge? Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Funny, when you're a hacker, you're also kind of a liar sometimes.
Good sir, I am a white hat. I dare not lie in my profession. I'm a liar. That's 3.
3 total. All right. I'll make a note of that as you begin to slump there. The sirens begin to grow a bit louder as we move back to Crescent. It takes you a minute going to and from different rooms. You don't really know the layout of this building. You're doing your best at the time between not 1, not 2, but in the end, 3 different people. And you said your total is 5?
6.
6.
I have a crit and then 2.
Okay. You begin to make your way inside, crossing through the buildings, checking, no, patient room, wait. You get down low again, fight yourself against a corner, using whatever cover you can to hide your form as security guard walks by. Okay, you're good. You cross over, check again, patient room, office, admin, janitor closet. Shit, no. Cross again, as there's a small intersection that you begin hiding by a small little planter that kind of hides some of your overall form, your silhouette, as the appears to be like an older gentleman, long, scraggly beard, kind of tufts up neatly into the collar of his shirt, janitor's outfit, dark blue, navy blue jumpsuit, is currently mopping the floors. He stops for a moment as he looks around him, looks up. Oh, hey there! As you flinch for a moment, one of the security guards walking by just behind you. As you get down real low, the shadows kind of blending around you. Hey, Jim, you okay? I heard something break upstairs. Yeah, cops are on their way to come give the police probably check out. Alarm that went off, and we don't have the keys to stop it. But I'm not seeing anybody yet. Don't worry. You should be able to keep working. You sure? I could go away in the admin office just in case. Like, no. We were just upstairs, and we didn't see anything. It's probably just some asshole kids making pranks. We were just let the cops do it once through just to be sure. All right, as long as you're sure. Take it easy, man. As Jim begins pushing his little cart and mop off the guard walking straight past you. Man, does it help to be able to blend into the dark? Give me a moment, you let them pass before making a hard cross against the hallway and find a room that is labeled cold storage.
I'm going to lightly test the door. Is it locked?
Locked. Max matters worse, you see there's actually a digital scanner on the side. It's probably more heavy-duty lock.
Wait, it's digital?
In the sense of you would need like a key card to cause the door to unlock. So,
It's like, can I glitch it out?
nah, it doesn't quite work like that.
Leave it.
If anything, the worse you get is you get close to it, the scanner, bloop, power goes off on it.
Janitor mentioned an admin office. Can I just take a quick peek around for that?
Yeah, you saw where it is, but it's going to have to backtrack.
He said 5 minutes, though.
It's been a time. At this point, you're starting to hear sirens coming closer in the distance. Your time is running out.
Could I touch Oblivionness? You don't put in some Oblivionness into the door and just
fry the fuck out of the circuits. Just fuck you.
Let me read the ability by word, because
Oh no.
when they make physical contact with the victim, the annihilating elements run through the vampire and into the prey like an electric current, except the effect is to physically wither the target area. I'm gonna go with yes. What I will say, though, is there might be consequences. That is a very destructive ability. So you can do it. I will allow you to do it. Based on the description, I'll say it could work.
Fuck it. Okay, let's go.
Give me your rouse checks.
Okay, no, fail.
That little beautiful orchid in the center of your heart begins to unfurl brightly. That glow begins to radiate as Eleonora's form becomes illustrious once again. It's okay. You're helping your friend. He'll owe you for this. Besides, even if this attracts trouble, you're strong enough to take down a few guards, train them dry. A few police officers, let their heads roll. In fact, you'd like it. People being afraid of you, rightfully afraid of you. I made you into such a beautiful killer. And it's so good to watch you at your craft again when you woke up. Don't be afraid of your power. Embrace it, my child. Embrace it. As your eyes glare over black, you feel that hunger itch as that black, sparky energy comes across your hand. You put it against the palm of the door and it's like a small detonator charge goes off. Slight bang as the door splinters open at the joints. You do take a stain for failing your oblivion check. The entropic energy reaches from the palms of your hand into the door, like a small little shockwave, blasting the inner mechanism that would lock the door to the wall right off, charring with the door itself, sparking through, sparking off the actual reader near your face as the door pushes right open. You hear this like, "Fuck was that? I don't know, go check it out."
I hear that?
Faintly.
Yeah, okay, might as well get this done early, and I'm just gonna start shaking on the door, banging on it. Yeah, so I told you I was sick. I had to be treated, and then just kind of like shake on the door.
At this point, Chris, as you begin pushing your way inside, you go inside?
Yeah, I opened it for a reason.
Immediately, you begin pushing your way inside. A second later, as soon as that small bang goes off near you, you can now faintly hear a very drunk-sounding Acer, not too far away, shouting as those sirens are rapidly approaching.
I know my rights! And he's just gonna keep doing that.
All right, I have less time than I thought. Is there any sort of exit in this room? There's no window, because you said there's no window.
In this room,
is there that door?
You have your door coming in and coming out. It is a cold storage room. As you run in, there are a very large, stout, wide freezer that comes up to your waist level, but it's wide, as well as two very tall, double-doored freezers.
Immediately investigating. Let's go.
No worries. Pulling the closest to you, which would be the double wide freeze, you open up and cold air rushes out as the light comes in, flickers a bit at your presence, as you can just see in different medications, vials, syringes. Where's the blood? Pop open the first one, open a few drawers, and bingo. You see about 12 blood bags just sitting, all stacked up and neatly wrapped up together.
I'll leave one, but I'm taking the rest.
All right, takes you a minute as you begin just cramming your pockets left and right. About 11 bags worth just into every pocket you can on your body. Those footsteps are getting louder.
Acer, 2 or 3 will be fine. We don't want anyone to know that.
We need to stock you up.
I'll leave them one.
People die when you're hungry, which is funny coming from me.
At this point, Crescent, as you're rummaging through and gathering supplies, at this point, Acer, as 2 cop cars pull up off to the side of the road, the lights begin flashing outside as they cut the sirens. You hear the sound of doors opening. Hey, buddy! What are you doing over there?
I'm sick. I need to get treated. I need medicine, and they won't help me. And I fall to the ground.
Let me use your previous roll for this, by the way, as you can hear the cop mutter some kind of code and mentioning we may possibly need the ambulance. Stand by. As you hear about 4 sets of footsteps walking closer. Light shines bright lights. Hey, buddy, come on, wake up. Slaps you in the side of the face a few times. Come on, wake up.
Oh, good. Police. My tongue is dry. I have a huge headache. I'm pretty sure it's cancer. I need medicine.
At this point, you look up and kind of peek through your eyes at the lights flashing down on you. So eyes are real dilated, boss. He leans back, begin muttering for a minute. Okay, buddy. Well, why don't we hear? Let's get you up on. Let's get you sitting up. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna grab on and kind of hug him and just be like, "Yes,
God. Okay. Oh, all right.
You're such a good man."
No,
I'm just gonna like pet his face.
You start petting his like slightly stubble-sized face, and he goes, "Okay, no, we're just gonna. All right." Just slowly tears you away from him and sets you down on the curb. All right, guys.
Did you know these guys are mean? I've been out here for... What time is it?
Close to midnight, pal.
Because I've been out here for 10 minutes. And they won't open up.
Okay.
Yes, so mean.
At this point, the 2 of them are staring next to you. Like, why don't you guys go to check the hospital out? We'll stay with this one. All right, buddy. You definitely don't look too well. We're going to get you some help. Okay? We're going to get you an ambulance. We're going to get you some help, okay?
Yeah. Tell them to open the door and let me have some of them apple pies. They have apple pies, right?
Sure, buddy. I'm sure they got apple pies where you're going. Just stay calm, okay?
Yeah. That's what you're thinking.
As you just hit the ground, it's like, oh, okay. And then they just help you back up into a sitting position. You do hear it's like, yeah, we're going to need an ambulance over here, Stab. You can hear a bleep, another copy.
So many of you.
As the 2 other policemen walk past you and they, police, open up! Hello?
Yeah, open up.
At this point, Crescent, as you can hear a lot of this commotion happening outside, because it is not quiet in the slightest. At this point, you finish getting your bags prepped as you can hear the longer footprints going, yeah, I'm coming! However, as you turn around, there's a bright flash in your face, like, hey, whoa, hey! Stop right there! One of the guards have come around the corner, flashing a light straight down towards you.
Shroud.
Rouse check.
Can't you just like
Success.
forget? Just be like, you saw nothing.
Yeah, but I'm not smart right now.
Oh, okay.
Success.
All right. So immediately that darkness encompasses the whole room. There's a sound of what the, as his voice is immediately stifled. You can hear the faintest sounds of coughing, choking, and sputtering. The very dimly sounded, muted sound of a flashlight hitting the ground and rolling next to your feet. The little tiny incandescent bulb trying its best to illuminate through this darkness that acts like a solid barrier, pushing against it. It's the strangest sight to see light be physically engulfed by darkness instead of the other way around. In the slight, oblivion-esque vision that you have in front of you, you see he is straining his eyes wide open, gasping for breath, looking around in a panic. In this moment, what are you doing?
Kind of watch for a second.
You watch.
Tilt my head.
You watch for another round as you see him coughing, just trying to get a grasp of air. At this point, he's fallen off over to his side as he's clawing at the inside of his throat. You can see him trying to scream, but no air is coming out of his lungs. His eyes begin to bulge out the sockets and he begins to grow pale and blue in the face, trying to find air.
Alright, that should be enough. Keeping the shroud up, I'm gonna go back to that window.
At this point, are you moving quickly?
Yeah.
Moving on a blur of darkness, you sprint past as he exits your rage. Very faintly, you hear it. Help! Help! As he begins just screaming for help. You begin rushing your way back upstairs as soon you hear the familiar sound of the janitor coming around the corner just as you slip by that blob of darkness moving with you. At this point, you take a stain, Crescent. That's a masquerade breach. Very severe one. And in fact, I have to be cruel here. I'll make that 2. You could have left. But you watched him suffer.
Yep.
You take your 2 stains as you begin running, sprinting up the stairs back into the second story. At this point, Acer, as you're acting out of it, you could hear the sounds of a man screaming. And I'm not talking about alerts. I'm talking terrified screams of distress. As one of the security comes right up and frantically opens the door and opens it. Get in here! I don't know what's going on. My friend needs help. Come on, I need help! The one police officer that's with you looks to his partner. Go with them. Go with them. I got this. As you can see, they immediately draw their pistols and begin rushing into the building.
I can roll with that. I'm going to be like, what? What's going on?
The man puts a hand on your shoulder from his. Now, you're just going to sit down, sir. You're going to stay real calm right here.
Are they okay?
My friends will be just fine. You're going to be safe right here. We need to get you some help. You look really sick, pal. You're cold, you're sweating, and you're not looking too good.
Okay. Be behind the car. That doesn't look good.
No, we're going to sit right here. You're not going to move. I don't want you walking around. My name is Officer Jameson. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to stay right here. As he's keeping a firm hand on your shoulder, making sure you stay.
Okay, thank you, Jameson. And I pet his face again.
Okay. Let's refrain from touching my face, please. Don't touch my face, please.
Yep. As I'm doing that, can I try to steal his handcuffs as I'm like touching his face?
Okay. This is going to be a dexterity plus larceny.
All right. Luckily, I have good dex. The problem is I don't have larceny. I am a white hat. Yep, 0 larceny. All right. Let's see how this works out. I'm a rouse.
Okay, go for a rouse.
I'm gonna try and give myself that little boost. Success.
Okay.
Okay, so I get 1. Crit for 4.
Non-messy?
Not messy.
Well, you beat him by a margin of 1. As you're kind of smushing your hand into his face, you reach around and you very, very quietly clip, and you pop that little snap as you can feel your fingers brush against cold metal ringlets. What are you doing in this second?
At this point, we're near the car, right?
The car is parked across the street, at least the police vehicles are. You're sitting on the curb with Officer Jameson.
Okay, is there any place I can cuff him to?
Currently, where you're sitting? No. Actually, let me check. No.
Okay, so I will bide my time for now.
Okay, you slip those handcuffs. They're currently in your hand. How are you making sure that he doesn't notice you? Because this is a split-second thing.
Mm-hmm. Right now, if there's nowhere to cuff him to, there's no point in just actually cuffing him. Okay.
So what's your intention here? Because right now, you've got your hand in his face, and he is pushing you down, but you have his handcuffs in your hands. It's not necessarily a easy-to-hide thing right now.
He's pushing me down right now?
He's got one hand on your shoulder. He's kneeling down to your level. You've got a hand in his face, and the cuffs in his hand.
Oh, that's different. Can I cuff his hand to his leg?
See if you're fast enough. We're going to go ahead and make this a strength athletics.
All right. Strength and athletics.
I'll give you a +1 to this because you are keeping him. You're catching him off guard in this regard.
Okay, +1 works. That being said, would you mind if I take the 2 blood die?
Yeah, go for it, dude. We'll be back at
All
0
right.
again. Let's go.
I am doing things I'm not good at.
I'm doing things I'm not supposed to, but you know.
I don't trust it. I would like to rouse again.
Go for it.
Success. This is gonna have to do. Let's hope it works.
What you got?
3.
3. Okay. Can you get any higher? Because he is also at 3.
There's only one way I can get higher.
I'll give you a choice here. If you could try and get higher, go for it. Or I can let you succeed at a cost.
What's the cost?
The cost is you are moving extremely fast. Your supernatural reflexes are coming in the moment of vulnerability, and he is not expecting you to do this. Your lack of phonetical control is abysmal at this moment due to the stress. Some of your vampiric nature is going to show, and you're probably going to hurt him in the process.
So what I can do is I can either hurt him and win.
You can either hurt him and take a masquerade breach as a win, or you could try and see if you can roll higher and risk failing.
I can use my willpower, and I can roll 2 of my die.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my dilemma. 2 of my successes are on the black die.
Mm-hmm.
Which means if I re-roll them and I don't get at least another 2 and they're blank, I will be rolling less. The only way I can roll any higher is if I roll these and I get a crit.
It's up to you. You need a total of 4 to beat him. You can take the cost, or you can risk it. Life's hard when you don't have a support network as a kindred. Your life quickly begins to unravel. These are the things that neonates face every single day without the protection of their superiors.
I have broken too many bones. The beast has been let out too many times. I am not going to rely on my beast this time. I'm going to rely on my own luck.
Reroll your dice then.
If I don't crit, I failed. I love humanity.
What you got? 5. You actually critted. In a blur of motion, as soon as you feel those hands press down on you, you feel like he's about to maybe hold you still from as you seem to lose your balance. Flash of motion. What the immediately pull his hand right behind him and handcuff his hand to his ankle, right around his boot, almost pulling him into a full back bend. He's like, fuck! What the fuck? As he reaches out, trying to grab you, as you lean away just in time, smacking his hand out of the way.
I don't want any part of this.
Fuck! Help! Need backup! Help!
Do I want to do this?
What do you want to do? You doing something? He's calling for help. What are you doing?
Can I take his gun?
You can try.
Like, he's cuffed right now. Is it easy enough just to and run?
He's got one free hand. He's gonna try and grab you.
Okay, fuck it. Fuck his gun. I'm out.
Okay. Take off sprinting. Take the victory while you got it, and you just start screeching down the pavement, running as fast as you fucking can. At this point, Crescent, you hear the commotion outside. You out the window. Luckily, everyone's concerned with downstairs at the currently recovering individual that you have now thoroughly terrorized. And out the window you go. Say with your fleetness and your normal dexterity, no roll necessary. You land without an issue. It's like a brevity, and you begin peeling out. Almost immediately as you hit the alleyway, Acer, you turn the same way and oh shit, it's dark!
What the?
I'll dispel it.
Crescent is right in front of your face.
Dispel? I don't know if that's the
Oh.
word for it.
Hey, we gotta go.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, okay. In the limo.
Oh, that's a phrase. In the limo.
Yep.
Hey, Marcus, let's go. Let's go now,
Just
please.
climb on in and just be like, there's cops around that way. Perhaps we should take the rear entrance.
He just gives you guys a slightly judgmental look. That doesn't even seem to be fazed by what you're speaking to him. He rolls his eyes, gives a small sigh as he snaps his book shut. I was getting to the good part of the chapter. I was hoping you guys would take longer before you fuck something up. Throws the book onto the front of his dash, turn the car on, and as if he's done this before, backs the limousine up, makes a damn near impossible K-turn on a T-section of the alley, pulls out, and onto the road.
Why do you reek of booze?
I had to cause a distraction up front, so I visited a 7-Eleven and poured booze all over myself.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that.
Yeah, pretended to be drunk. Cupped a cop's ankle to his wrist.
Thanks for the assist.
You're welcome. Did you get the bags?
She gives you a very
Just gonna-
sickening smile as she just slowly opens her jacket, and you can see all her pockets are just lumpy and bulging. You can hear a faint sloshing, by the way, as every little bump hits the road.
Glitch.
Yeah. This'll set you for a while, right?
That's 11. People still need the bags. I only wanted 3.
Oh, now you have more. They did donate it. This is a good cause.
You know what? I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me. You're okay.
I would suggest
We're
otherwise.
okay. You know what? Great job. Good work. We're good. I just pat her and I'm just like, what a fucking day.
And the night is not even half over. Actually, it's just getting about half over as you hear Marcus. Anywhere else you guys would like to vandalize?
Ooh, great question.
No. Marcus, we would like to go back home. Thank you.
Right away, sir. The window closes back up, and you watch as he drives in circles around the city a couple times, making a few different routes. Make sure to drive the speed limit. Wonder why he's not just taking the express up for a moment. Or it becomes apparently obvious after maybe 10 minutes of driving or so. 4 more cop cars began cutting through the city, heading towards the direction you guys just came from. As he
So are you gonna, mess with the police scanners or records or something like you did before?
Oh yeah. Dude gotta look at my face. I have to, fuck with the description a little bit. Make sure they don't know it's this.
Yeah, I might be in that too, possibly, maybe.
I mean, shouldn't be that bad, After a good night's rest, even if they do look at it, they'll probably be like, oh, I thought I wrote this down. No, clearly I wrote this down, and they're not going to notice. It'll be fine.
If you say so.
Well, at least no one got hurt. That was
Yeah.
good. You want a bag? I can go for a bag.
Charisma, give me a charisma plus subterfuge as you are lying.
Charisma, I think, is my 1 die skill. Yes, it is. And subterfuge is a 1 die. That's 2 dice.
2 dice.
That's 1 success.
Not even make you roll a, so that's way above your wits. That's way below your wits. As she says this, she says it very flat, but as you ask if she wants a bag, you look at her and you can't help but see that tiny little smile begin to curl up at the side of her face as she looks at you. That looks way too innocent. She doesn't smile like that. She hardly ever fucking smiles. I don't know. What happened?
And I'm gonna hand him a blood bag.
Crescent.
Hey, sir. Jeez, slow down.
No one got hurt, right?
Not extensively. Alright, don't give me the judgmental look. If you didn't want my help, don't invite me.
Literally couldn't have done it without you. But I don't want to give you praise for hurting someone.
That's okay.
Is he alive?
I said not extensively.
Fine. Fine. Looks like I'll have to do a little more editing on the police.
Look, I'm a little bit rusty on this whole thing. And did just get out of a battling cage, so my mindset is kind of more into the violence rather than anything tactful.
I mean, that's fair. You did get your neck snapped and everything, so I can see.
Yeah, yeah.
Not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But just out of curiosity, you can, like, mess with people's minds, right?
Yeah. Probably should have done that.
Just a little bit.
I wanted to do it.
You wanted to do it?
Again, my mind is in violence mode. Look, I just woke up. Stop giving me the look.
I don't know whether I should ask for an explanation or not.
No, you should probably just, keep drinking your baggies, and I'm gonna hand him another bag.
It's all good. I just needed one.
You sure you don't want the nice little juice box?
Shika. It says O negative on it. Unfortunately, hunger-wise, unless you get it fresh, he's not going to slate that last bit of itch.
Let's save the rest unless you want to take the O negative one.
This? No. Tastes like shit, does nothing for me.
Right, I forgot. Okay, let's just all breathe until we get back to the place.
Breathe?
You know what I mean.
Sorry, had to.
No, we will fade away from this scene for a moment, and we will take a small intermission. All right, we are back. First off, as usual, when we come back, thank you all so much for hanging out with us, and we do appreciate all the love and support that you guys throw our way. Getting really nervous, like seeing you guys pop up in chat. And I'm starting to see like a lot of like subscription badges and first donation badges.
It's a good reminder of how awesome everyone is and how thankful we are that you are actually here just to like watch and have fun.
It does mean a lot to us.
Remember, it's free. You don't need a sub. I'm just saying.
Though, if you want to potentially have a stream 7 days a week.
Oh my god, I don't know.
No.
I have to up my fortitude.
Fun.
Hold on.
We do it for fun.
Alrighty. We fade back in now as Marcus pulls you guys into the building's parking lot. Oh, there it is. I invited chaos. Appreciate the support and love. Thank you. Marcus does bring you all into the underground parking structure of the building. Before you know it, you guys are lifted in the elevator to Sierra's penthouse. Currently, as the doors open, the room is silent. You don't see anyone active at this current time. The lights are on, dimly lit. The skyline is moody and drizzly as it cascades slight sheens of color from the downpouring rain mixed with the city lights. What do you guys want to do?
I am immediately going to direct Crescent to the fridge so we can like put all the butt bags in there.
You have 10 left.
Packing.
Crescent, you've been putting your groceries away. You have 10 bags total.
And I'm going to use 2 of them to try and make some of my pills.
Problem. Your current building process requires an alchemical furnace. You do not have access to a lab?
She doesn't have an electric stove or anything?
Specifically, the ability states you would need something akin to a pressure pot, at the very least, like a crock pot.
Oh. So she doesn't have like a rice cooker?
No. In fact, as you look around, there is no cutlery, there's no plates, there's glasses, but there's nothing needed to prepare food. Why would you need supplies like that when you're Kindred?
Yeah.
I mean, aesthetics, but hell, what do I know? I'm only half Kindred. Okay, so I'm going to go online and I'm going to look for plots of land. Something secluded but still close to the city.
Alrighty. Well, I'll say for this, go ahead and give me a Wits plus Tech. Let's see what options I could pull up for you.
I'm gonna also glance around Sierra's apartment. Are there any like instruments or anything?
Looking around the apartment, no handheld instruments, but you do find there actually is a grand piano in the corner of the room.
Huh. Okay. Mental note.
3. Okay.
I'm thinking, do you think I should use a willpower to get some of those blanks?
Up to you.
It might help us find more
I want a
places.
really nice haven, so you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use another willpower.
Okay.
Yeah. I said if you got it, go for it.
So I will re-roll 3 of my blank die. The better place we can find... Okay, that's a little better. 5.
5. Okay. 3 choices that you stumble upon as you look through over the city.
Mm-hmm.
Start from the low end. There's a place near the Pike Place Pike and Pine, near the core Seattle. It's an apartment building. Standard apartment that you could probably use as a normal domicile. No way to necessarily purchase the entire building per se, but it would be a place that you can charge out rent. Your level and resources could easily make that month to month without really any penalty. So effectively, it could be a 1-dot haven for free. Second choice. So we have closer to Queen Anne's. It's a little more expensive. In fact, that you would recognize this area. It's very close to what you've overheard is where the Chantry is. Appears to be a small house that has gone to foreclosure. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe about 1,400 square feet. Decent size, 2-story even. It would run you 1 permanent dot in resources if you wanted to acquire that land. It's a very expensive place. This would be closer to Magnolia. In fact, this goes even closer to Northgate. Very high end. This would be a massive, massive mansion. This is for sale. Modeled home, furniture included. Close to 5,000 square feet. 2 stories. Double wide garage. That's going to run you 3 resources, 2 of which would be a permanent loss.
What do you think?
Honestly, it sounds like we either go cheap, expensive, or somewhere in the middle. And I'm kind of voting somewhere in the middle because an apartment's going to have neighbors, and neighbors could equal a masquerade breach. And then a giant house like that up near Northgate, too. And, there's been some trouble with...
It is gated. It shows that a lot of the estate comes with quite a bit of perks. It's gated, secured. Looks like it would come with some natural advantages, but it's very expensive.
Yeah, I definitely would say no to the apartment, but either one, it depends on what you want to spend your money on, because, I mean, if we can get someplace secure, that's helpful, but...
At this point, my main thing is expansions. Eventually, we're going to need a bigger place.
Sounds like you're leaning towards the go big or go home option.
Potentially, yes.
It's going to be a lot of money.
But it'd be worth it.
I mean,
it comes fully furnished.
If it's secured. Yeah.
Plus, this thing's a mansion. It's going to be away from other houses. Any noise or disturbances that we could potentially make, it is going to lean more our way.
It's very similar-esque in the style that Mr. Meyer's house was. 5,500 square feet, gated iron fence around the whole perimeter. Looks like maybe about 9 bedrooms, 7.5 bath, massive backyard, circle around driveway.
Fit that in Northgate.
There are some very wealthy houses up in there. Double wide garage, extra tall for RV inclusion. It's very large.
Acer, it's your money.
At this point, I think I'm going to go with the third option. Because think about it. It's going to be me, you, Enzo, Medico. Eventually, when I start talking to some Thin Bloods, guaranteed not all of them are going to like where they live. Even less if they happen to be living with some abusive people. I can convert some of the rooms into a little asylum. I'm thinking long term.
We just have to be careful who we invite in.
That, and let's face it, we're going to need another herd.
At least temporarily, maybe.
At the very least, we don't have to have scheduled meetings about the house anymore, seeing as it's not funded by the government the way Grayson's facility was, so we get a little more privacy. It will strictly be our house.
Again, it's your money. I'm not gonna argue against it. A roof over our heads is better than none.
It's going to hurt me in the short run, but I think in the long run, it's going to be worth it. So yeah, I will go ahead and grab the third option.
Okay. So, we're going to consider this a project.
Yeah.
Which is fun because it's actually our very first project.
Ayo! Let me just put resources down to 2.
Hold on to those resources. I'm going to go have to double check the mechanics for a project because it's been a hot minute. So it'll take several days, obviously. Buying a house the traditional way, or buying any property like this in the traditional way, is not just a purchase and it's yours. So this is why we're considering this a project. I'll go ahead and roll some dice real quick to see how long potentially this normal, mundane life, day-to-day life projects include.
Yeah, we'll have to let Sierra know and clear it with her that we're okay to stay here until then.
Sure to give you guys the go-around. You can stay as long as you need to.
Sweet.
Just go on Amazon, click buy. Your house will be ready in 7 business days.
We're heading towards that future, don't joke.
We're going to take a launch roll here to see if you can make the initial difficulty, because this does incorporate a little bit of skill. So,
Let's see if we can haggle these bitches down.
So, are you just trying to go straight Monday, or are you trying to be creative about this?
Well, the house itself, is it built already? Because if it's not, I will definitely make some additions here and there.
It's already built, based on the features that it does come with. We'll work with the mechanics later, but it'll come. It's a 3-dot haven, and it will come with 3 dots worth of upgrades that we can discuss.
Then yeah, definitely we're going for that.
Okay, so for this is, since you're just going the straight way, this could be a finances plus the amount of resources you're willing to invest, minimum of 2.
Okay, let's see, where are finances? Finances.
Plus you add how many resources you're willing to invest in this project.
And you said at minimum 2 of them are permanently going to be gone.
They
correct?
will be gone, but you may be able to add more, invest more into it to make a larger offer.
Excellent. In that case, I'm going to put 4.
All right. I burn 4 in.
Yeah.
So
4 resources.
2 of those resources are going to be potentially lost if you're unable to succeed, but go ahead and make your launch roll.
Okay. One, 2, 3.
3 total.
Yes.
Okay.
This is why I can never get any of my other stuff up there, because I'm just gonna keep spending experience to get my resources back.
Hey, money is a dangerous cycle to deal with. It's hard. It's sometimes hard. You may just look into ways of getting money elsewhere instead of just buying experience points with it. Let's see.
Oh, I mean, if the deal that I set up later happens, then I'll be making resources passively. But until I set it up, if I can set it up, I just have to do it this way.
Okay. The offer has been made. It seems this house has had a lot of competition. Many wealthy individuals who are coming to and fro, but your offer has definitely been considered. So, currently, 3 of your resource dots are tied. It means you cannot use them for anything.
Okay.
You have not lost them yet because you don't have the house yet. But 3 of your resources are now blocked. You cannot use them.
Got it.
And I will go ahead and set the project to 10. Take roughly about 14 days or so that they're expecting that the previous owners to decide on. But for now, a Haven project has now been initiated.
This is going to be interesting.
All right, so that business concluded. What else do you have in store?
I guess at this point, unless Crescent's going to do something, might as well talk to Sierra, see if we can't figure out what we're going to wear to this little boat party.
Okay. What about you, Crescent? Is anything specifically you'd like to do?
If the apartment's empty, I can't really think of anything.
It's not necessarily empty. It's just no one's really active at this time.
Still mentally trying to recover, I would say, since it's within the same night as waking up. So, kind of just aimlessly, probably following Acer.
You guys begin looking through, just trying to find where Sierra is at this time. The penthouse is a large space, several rooms. It's been very quiet since you all came back. As you begin walking through, Acer, you cannot notice the room is cold. It's really cold, actually. Breathe a little bit, you can actually see frost coming off your breath. The windows You see ice beginning to form along the edges, the raindrops freezing, and quickly the glass becomes frosted.
That's not normal, is it?
I don't think so. Unless Sierra likes it really cold in here.
I'm gonna close the windows real quick.
You close the windows, and there are deep satin blinds, but as you begin shutting the windows, you see yourself fogged. You see Crescent. You see a dark silhouette standing by the door.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna turn around quickly, ready for a fight.
You spin around. There's no one there.
What?
Please tell me you saw that.
What?
I'm gonna look in the window again to see if I still see that image.
You quickly spin around with the image, and you damn near lose your fucking heart as dead center up against the glass looking straight at you is the face of a young woman staring at you from the other side of the window.
How would...
Do I see it as well?
You do. As the form
Acer would do that.
begins to push through the glass.
Yeah, Acer would do that. He'd be like, oh shit. And he's actually going to step in front of Crescent and just be like, I think you're going to need to run now.
Crescent,
No offense, but last time there was a ghost around here, it didn't like you. Fucking leave.
Crescent, you look to see the specter that doesn't even seem to look at Acer at all, doesn't even seem to acknowledge his presence. She looks over at you, and it's a very familiar face. It's Arya. She hovers a bit off the ground, the lights flickering a little bit near her presence, the room growing even colder as she materializes through the glass. She's looking right at you.
If you have any salt, I suggest getting it.
Why are you here?
I just wanted to look at you myself.
Why?
Because I've seen you as a monster. I've seen you as a horrible thing. I've seen what you do. You don't look like the girl in the church. You don't look like the same girl right now that brought down an even bigger monster that was at fault for my death and my father's death. You look tortured.
What do you want?
You blink as she vanishes. There's all of a sudden a cold burst of air right by your ear, Crescent. I want answers. I want explanations for what you did. Why you did it. I wanted to see you suffer. I thought that would be enough. I watched as your friend freed my father. That would be enough. Why is it then I'm still here?
No. I don't know anything about spirits, and as far as I knew, you were supposed to move on.
And why aren't I moving on? Why am I still pulled to you? You feel that wind pull by your hair like an icy fingers just grazing the back of your neck, and it does send a chill down your spine. As Arya floats around to the front of both of you. No, it's not you. She points rapidly, like her entire body blinks in a new frame of movement. She's catching up to reality as she points to your jacket.
I'm just gonna feel around my jacket.
You feel around where she's pointing, and your hands touch against something cold. Metallic. Touch against the barrel of your gun. It's freezing.
It's this, isn't it?
Yes.
You're attached to this.
Seems so. She scowls at the both of you.
Remind me again. I know Acer knows that his sister was possessed.
Yes.
Does he know if this is the same ghost that did it?
You possibly can infer so, because you've had consistent problems with the same spirit haunting the facility, possessing Medico, and she looks like the scribblings that were in Medico's journal when you found the scattered pages with everybody else.
Okay, I know how to react. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So she's tied to the gun?
Seems so.
Alright, then fucking break it and get it over with.
I'm gonna look between the gun and Arya, see if her reaction, if that's what she wants.
She looks at both of you. You see, there's a very stern coldness to her face. She grits her teeth. There's anger there. She doesn't seem to move or react quickly, no matter what you do. She seems stuck, undecided.
All right, fine. Break it. Free her anyway.
I don't know if that will free me. I don't know.
Well, not unless we try.
You take no responsibility for me, do you?
I take every responsibility for you.
Then why are you willing to risk my eternity so callously?
Because I wanted to see if you'd make a choice.
You know it's not that simple. You took everything from me. As she says that, the room, you feel a small vibration. I wanted you to suffer for what you did to my family. Especially when I found out their deaths were for nothing. Not even a greater evil, a greater good. Pointless. My mother and my father, you shot them dead in their sleep. They weren't even a part of this world. All for your bleeding fucking maker. And then, you found me. Suffering. All my life I suffered because of you. And you snuffed me out like it was nothing. You drank my life away. You took my life away. And you kept on living. I was shocked as you when I woke up and I was still here. Took me a bit to understand. But I knew I was dead. Then I finally find you. And you're smiling. You have friends. You have people that love you. A home. You had what I never had. You took that away from me. I wanted you to feel pain. I wanted to find whatever power I could like this, and I wanted to make it your endless hell. If you were going to live forever, I was going to make you regret every fucking day of it. Then, I almost win. I finally figured out how to possess your friend. Learned it from his sister. Thank you for that, by the way. You terrified her so deeply, it let me in. Turns out you're just as a monster as she is.
Speaking of which, and I'm going to turn to Crescent, if you're not going to do it, I fucking will. Give me the gun.
Oh, you want to commit murder to me too? Do you want to send me into the oblivion? Send me into the
Don't
nothing?
you fucking take the high road on me.
She's right in your face.
You think I give a shit about you after what you've done to my family? You want to sit there and complain that she took everything from you, yet you were just as willing to do the exact same thing she did to me just for your fucking revenge? Fuck you.
Her face slowly begins to smile, looking at you. Don't act so high and mighty on your soapbox. I've watched you drain people dry. Innocent people. Do you know how many souls you leave behind just like me? Do you think that the afterlife is so easy? That when you die a terrifying death, there aren't more like me that you also made? Yeah, I've spoken to the old woman that you left bleeding on the park bench. I spoke to the man whose head rolls across the floor because you brought her back to life. They got to move on. They got to be comforted by the living, the people that still remembered them. They got lucky. So don't preach to me about horrible things. I didn't choose to be this way. She made me! At that point, freezing cold air blasts towards you, damn near knocking you off your feet. I have no choice. The rage doesn't end. I can't stop. So what am I supposed to do? I can't leave. I am dead. I'm not even in between. I don't know how to stop this pain!
Then either fucking ask for help or take the easy way out. Any pain you have, you're in charge of how you handle that shit. You might not have chosen this life, but you chose in every fucking decision after you came here. I lived with my pain, and I have to live with it forever. You have a chance to pass on. I don't.
You don't.
So you want me to get off of my soapbox? Why don't you meet me down here on the ground, you fucking hypocrite?
Give me a charisma plus intimidation.
Why am I doing all the things I shouldn't be doing?
Because you have fun.
Fucking badass, and I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I was just kind of like, all right, he knows. She's unapologetic about it, so I might as well get angry.
How do I follow that up? Yeah, what he said?
Oh, fuck me. That's nothing.
Can't try and rouse for it.
Yeah, I'll try and rouse. It's not going to make a difference, but I'll try anyways. Success.
Okay, go for it.
2.
2.
It was a 1. Now it's a 2.
She...
Alright.
She looks at you, see her eyes falter for a moment. You can see, even though she's transparent, there's anger. Visceral anger on her face as she stares down at you. She hovers about the ground as she can look down towards you. Her teeth are gritted. You can see the strain in her face. But her eyes are glassy. This moment, as you stare her down, you see she can be more than 18. Her form looks like a child. As she slowly hovers down to meet your eye line. What's the point of negotiating with you? Of any of you? You're both murderers. That's what you are. You're fucking murderers just trying to make yourselves feel better. And then you blame the result of a victim. I didn't get a choice in anything. She took everything away from me. My father, my mother. I was a child. Because of her. I didn't get what you have. You have a sister. You have family. I've seen you mull over those pictures. Mull over your book of driver's licenses like you're somehow grieving. I've watched a strong man, even though he's a monster and worse than both of you, try to protect her with his life. Even the monster that made her loved her more than the mercy she showed me. So what if I'm angry? I have a right to be angry!
I have a right to feel this pain. I have a right for revenge. Because all the ones that you murdered, both of you, they never got that chance. And nobody stops you. Nobody gets in your way. Even you, I've watched you. You've been the best out of all of them. Even you are just as bad. Because you couldn't even live with yourself. Yeah, I watched you on that sunrise before I could take form. Before I could even have the will to move a piece of glass off a counter in your lab. I watched you cry your eyes out to take the coward's way out. And you couldn't even bear with your own sins. Or who are you to judge my pain? At this point, you could see small, glimmering silver begin to fall down the front of her face. Who are you to talk down to me? When you should have died just like the rest of them, but even that cursed book saved your monstrous existence. You couldn't even live with yourself. Talk down to me. You don't have the right. Because in the end, I watched her at that hospital. A man was choking for his life, and she watched him suffer. She didn't need to do that. And then when you found out, you didn't even have the guts. You didn't have the bravery to say anything about it. You took the coward's way out again. Don't you talk to me about what I'm allowed to feel, especially when it's everything about me. There is nothing about me. She reaches a hand and goes straight through your chest, and you don't even feel it besides a slight chill. I don't even have a body. I am nothing but this. My very essence is my pain, and you have a body. She slowly pulls her hands back and shaking as she holds them in front of her hands. I don't even have a body, but I still feel nothing but pain. It's not fair. 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 As she begins to fall slowly down towards the floor, her form flickering.
And I'm going to walk over to Crescent, and I'm going to take her gun.
She's just spaced out looking down at it, so she doesn't notice initially.
And then I'm going to turn to the Spectre. I'm going to be like, you want a choice? Fine. Both of you, as I look to Crescent and Arya, choose. You want to risk it as I hold my knife up to the gun, about ready to, disassemble it?
At this point, Arya's fallen to the floor. Her form seems to almost shrink as she begins to weep. There's almost like a guttural moan that seems to echo from her throat. Her mouth falls agape. And just this low, as her feet finally touch the ground, her voice gets higher pitched as her image seems to shrink. Her features soften. And within moments, she's not a teenager. She's 8. She's a young girl. Long, beautiful, curly brown hair. She stands there looking up to you, Crescent, wide-eyed, silver streams coming down the side of her face, and just that moan, that childlike sound of anguish just radiating out of her throat as she just stares at you, shaking. The same way you looked at her through the closet all those years ago,
burned into the back of your mind.
I'm gonna go over and sit on my knees in front of her.
She curls back away from you. She pulls her hands up to her mouth, and you can see her body begin to shake.
I'm sorry. And I know that means nothing right now. But I am sorry. There's no excuse for it. I should have done better. I was trying to do better by you. I was trying to give you the best chance. Even though I knew what I had done was wrong. I thought maybe, if anything, I could save you from it in a way. And all I've been trying to do is save you from all of this. I never wanted this for you.
Aria, holding her small hands to her face, just ghostly silver falling down the front in endless streams. Crescent, go ahead and make me... Just roll me 4 dice.
Doesn't matter hunger or not.
Black dice.
They're all successes.
After a moment, she grows quiet. She looks back at you, Acer, the small child, just tears just flooding down her face. But she slowly stops shaking as she sniffles. She looks up at you, Crescent. Do you still feel pain?
Yes.
Then why do you inflict it onto others? Could have stopped with me. Why does there have to be so many others?
I don't know. Doesn't make it right that I like what I am. But I still care, and I still hurt, and I still want to protect those that I care about. And I know that's wrong. Sometimes I wish I could be numb. But I'm not.
She looks down. The hair kind of falls in front of her face for a moment. It's a long, cold silence in the room for a moment. Acer, are you doing anything this time?
Acer's gonna walk up. We'll just kind of throw the gun, like, on the ground in front of Crescent. Looks like you've made your choice. Good luck with it. And he's gonna walk off.
As he does. How does it make you feel, Crescent? What feelings run through you as Acer walks away from you too?
Angry, overwhelmed, confliction. Like, she's still getting used to this free will that she has. But yet, the moment that she got it, everybody she cares about has been leaving one by one. So it's just like a wanting of, like, it all being gone. Like, maybe this is the first time that she would willingly sun herself.
As you bow your head in these feelings,
They almost overwhelm you, don't they?
Definitely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Feeling like there's no advantage to it. Like she thought there would be.
You feel like that cold knife cut straight through your chest. Feel those emotions welling up. You start thinking about the others. The bodies that you've left at your feet. All that pain comes rushing to the surface in that moment. Before long, you start to become lost in it. You begin to feel that beast within you begin to scream, to cry out in fear and anger. All those emotions that drive you to be what you are begin to roil just when it begins to spike. You feel a small set of arms wrap around you from behind. The arms of a small child. It's warm. It's gentle. It hugs you around the back of your neck, over your chest, like a toddler hugging their parent. It squeezes you tight. You hear a gentle young girl's voice in your ear. You hear Arya's. Now you understand what I feel. Now you get it.
I don't want to feel this anymore.
You have to.
I want to.
We don't get a choice. I didn't. And neither do you. The difference is you can do something about it. I forgive you. Don't let him go. As the room rapidly begins to warm up to almost a comfortable springtime temperature, as you feel that presence slip away all too fast, and you look and she's gone. Acer is walking away still. All of that happening in the span of seconds.
She's gonna whirl around, just tears streaming down her face. Please don't go. Please don't leave too.
Right before he reaches the door, he's just gonna whirl around and he's just gonna hug her. And he's just gonna say, "She attacked my sister. She almost died because of her." And he's going to almost like grab her shoulders, not like aggressively, but maybe a little too firm, like he's trying to calm himself. "It is literally taking everything out of me not to shatter that damn gun. But I respect your choice. And at the same time, I have to respect the fact that if I do that, I become a hypocrite myself. And I fucking hate that." Crescent, understand this. I don't like this choice. If it were up to me, I'd shatter that thing into 1,000 pieces. But I respect the fact that it is your choice and it is your burden. You have to decide what to do with it. I may not like it, and I sure as hell don't. But that doesn't mean I'm ever going to walk away from you. Situation, maybe. Only so I could stop myself from doing something completely fucking stupid. And that's saying a lot after what happened this night. You're overprotective of your brother. I'm overprotective of my family. My head doesn't go in the right direction when I have to protect them. I promise I'm not angry at you. Just a situation. I'm not going anywhere. I just need to calm down.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go.
Fuck, I can calm down later. Come on. And he's just gonna grab you by the arm. We gotta find Serena and fucking choose out our goddamn clothes.
Sierra.
Where the fuck is everybody? And he just kind of kicks the door open while dragging Crescent behind him.
You kick a door open just as you do. Enzo's standing there right by the corner with his arms crossed against the wall.
Finally, other people. Where's Sierra?
She's out. Handling business. Don't speak.
He just shuts up immediately, like...
Enzo looks very hard at you. Looks over at Crescent. His eyes slowly move back to you. That's the first time. The first time I can say this, Thin Blood. I respect you for that. Now get out. You need to go cool off. You need to breathe, because here's the thing, Acer. I never call you an idiot, because I think you lack intelligence. I call you an idiot because you're naive. You are a hypocrite. We all are hypocrites. It's part of what we are. You want to protect your sister and your family. A human would move them to safety. He looks out the gun on the ground. You resort to violence. Revenge. Crescent, you want to feel power. A human would work hard, learn a skill, create a space where they are powerful. You've committed murder. And I don't speak like I'm any better. I walked out with a woman that murdered my family thinking she was a hero. And I've done things I can never take back. Don't kid yourself. Don't think you're some hero. We're just trying to deal with it the best we can. Because even when we try to kill ourselves, we don't even have full control of that, now do we? We're damned. We're stuck. You better make peace with that. But for now, I respect you for that. I respect you for not being a coward, which I was wrong about. I recommend you go find an outlet.
And without saying a word, he gives Crescent's hand just a little squeeze, almost as if reluctant to do it, reluctant to leave, but knowing that Enzo is there, he just kind of softly lets go and just does like 2 pats on the shoulder, tapping in, your turn. And he walks away slightly calmer, but still fuming to see where the hell he can get all this anger out.
You can see Acer visibly shaking as he walks out the front. Hesitates for a moment, or slamming the door behind him. As Enzo looks down to you, Crescent, barely on your knees. says nothing. As he just sits down next to you. Wraps an arm around your shoulder. And he just pulls you close to his chest. He says nothing.
She's just gonna cry and hold on to him really tight.
You grab onto the material of his jacket as those bloody tears stream down your face. As an anguished wail laminates from your body. Sound so deep that it vibrates the very bones of your ribs. The weeks that build up to this flowing out of you all at once. You don't need to breathe, but you find yourself hyperventilating. How deeply you lament in your anguish. And Enzo holds you. He says nothing. He holds onto your shoulders, covering you in the storm. As Acer, you walk out of the building, Crescent's lament still echoing within your mind. And for now, we will leave it there, as we fade away for the evening. We live in a world of darkness. Sometimes being a monster is always too much to bear, even for the monster. Eventually, the consequences of who we are always find a way to find us, even in the most vulnerable of times. Our coterie is having to fight from the bottom. Our coterie is learning something new about themselves. It's going to be very interesting to see where the story goes from here. I'm, for one, very curious. But for now, we have a stain to check. Crescent, in your grief, can you weather the storm?
Hell yeah, you can, girl. I'm sorry, I was too mean this episode. I need to be nice. It's killing me.
It's called World of Darkness, Acer. Jeez.
Fuck that. Everyone needs a hug.
Oh, God. Only 2 dice.
Come on. No. Please tell me you got at least one.
No. It's both fail. It's because these aren't my dice. I'm rolling.
We'll use your dice. Fuck those dice.
Crescent.
I'm sorry.
You feel the support from Enzo. He shelters you in this storm. But the pain goes so deep. It hurts so bad. The faces. All those people. The children you have murdered. The random faces you have destroyed. Jackson. Grayson. Even Acer. Medico suffering. Everybody suffers because of you. It hurts too much. It hurts so deeply you feel something in you break. Then suddenly, a lamenting stops. And the pain numbs, replaced just by the comfort that Enzo offers, and you selfishly enjoy it. You breathe into his leather jacket, holding him close, knowing he's yours. As the pain slips away with a piece of your humanity. Your eyes turn red once again. For now,
What a good day for humanity.
For now, We pull away from tonight's episode, away from the shattered pieces that lay on the floor from our coterie. Hug your loved ones close. Mind your emotions. Mind the feelings that warn you that you're walking towards your own demise. Lock your doors. Check your windows. And we'll see you all again in our next time. Good night, everyone.